Hi, in this video, we're very excited to introduce to you the popular and promising field of stem cells. We'll be covering what stem cells are, their enormous potential benefits, and look into a specific application of how stem cells can help with repairing skin for severe burns. At the end of the video, we'll have a brief questionnaire covering the main take-home points that you will hopefully enjoy learning from watching this video. The typical human body has trillions of cells. There are about 200 different types of cells, and they differ in their form and function as well as where they are found in the body. For example, in blood, we have the famous example of red blood cells. They are shaped like a donut, and they are responsible for transporting oxygen to parts of the body. Another type of cell is the white blood cell, which protects the body from diseases and foreign dangers. There are a few other cell types in blood, not to mention the other parts of the body. So, this brings us to stem cells. What makes them so interesting is that they have some unique features other cells don't have, such as the ability to self-renew, which means they can replicate and produce more of themselves. The next defining characteristic of stem cells is their ability to differentiate into specific cell types. This means a stem cell can become a defined skin cell, nerve cell, or muscle cell, and so on. Here is a cartoon illustrating the concepts mentioned earlier. There are different types of stem cells that scientists are interested in. Without going into much detail, there are three types: adult, embryonic, and induced pluripotent, or IPS. In this video, we'll be focused on adult stem cells, which despite their name, is present in all of us from birth. So, we've learned the features that make a stem cell a stem cell. They have the ability to self-renew and differentiate.
Why is stem cell research so popular? Doctors anticipate that someday we will be able to use stem cells to combat a large number of diseases, including traumatic injuries, stroke, diabetes, heart diseases, and so on and on. Embryonic stem cells are able to be induced to differentiate into any cell types in culture, including nerve cells, cardiac cells, blood cells, liver cells, and so on. These findings of stem cell biology offer the hope of remedy for many serious diseases. For example, neural stem cells can generate new cells to cure a seriously damaged region of a brain. Adult stem cells have been used for over 40 years in successfully treating some blood cancers. For example, red marrow containing adult stem cells is transplanted into brain to treat leukemia. For certain indications, your own adult stem cells may be the perfect ethical alternative to stem cells derived from embryonic stem cells. Furthermore, when a patient's own adult stem cells were used to treat the patient, there are more economic advantages and no immune rejection issues. Potential benefits of stem cell research are numerous and range from testing of new drugs to stem cell-based therapies. However, there are still many technical hurdles before realization of their benefits, which will only be overcome by continued intensive stem cell research. We can say that stem cell research offers the best chance for producing therapies to alleviate the suffering of millions of people who are living with currently incurable medical conditions.
So we all have seen what stem cells are and what their benefits are. But are they so popular just because they are the in thing in science these days? Or do they have any applications which might help us in the near future? Till now we have just talked about why stem cells are useful. But how do they work exactly? Shall we learn more about it? Have you guys ever thought about how and why when you get a wound, it heals itself in a few days? Don't tell me you thought it's just a band-aid. Well, it's not just the band-aid, but the various cells inside a body, which all come from stem cells. Skin consists of many types of stem cells, such as epithelial stem cells, mesenchymal stem cells, epidermal stem cells, etc. All these differentiate and form the various skin cells, which keeps the skin healthy and regenerating. Skin has three layers, namely the epidermis, dermis, and the subcutaneous fat. The epidermis and dermis protect the inner body. In case of injury to these two layers, the wound healing mechanism starts. First step is coagulation, in which the platelets from the blood rush to the wound site and form a clot so as to prevent blood loss. Next step is inflammation, in which the wound debris and bacteria are removed. After this, proliferation occurs, in which the skin cells multiply faster to form new skin cells. Last step is remodeling, in which new blood vessels are formed and new skin is formed at the injury site. This process may vary from few days to weeks depending on the nature of injury. However, in cases of very deep wounds or severe skin burns or diabetic patients whose wound healing process is very slow, there is severe loss of cells, tissue and blood vessels, and this natural process of wound healing is not able to repair the wound. Now what do we do? Let us consider a second-degree burn case in which both the epidermis and dermis have been damaged. We have to be very careful with the treatment in such cases because these patients have very high risk of infection. However, there is a very cool and safe stem cell therapy for this, which is the skin cell gun. This method was developed by a few researchers in Germany and has been used to treat many people since 2011. Stem cells used are derived from the patient's own healthy skin and stored in a syringe. This syringe is connected to a nozzle which is controlled by a computer so that it sprays the stem cell solution uniformly on the wound. The next step is a very important and unique step. We know that when the skin burn is very severe, there is loss of blood vessels as well. And this is one important reason why such burns are very difficult to heal. No blood vessel means no oxygen and no nutrition to that body part. Thus, presence of blood vessels, also called vascularity, is very important for growth and survival of a cell or tissue. Thus, in this method, an artificial blood vessel system with a bioreactor is applied to the layer of stem cells sprayed on the wound. This system provides nutrition such as glucose, amino acids, electrolytes, etc., which are important for the fragile skin layer to survive and grow. The advantages of this therapy are, firstly, it reduces the healing time from weeks to days for second-degree burns. Taking stem cells from the patient and creating the solution takes about 2 hours. The new skin is generated from the stem cell solution within 1 week, and after a few weeks, the skin regains its color and texture. Secondly, since the cells are used from the patient itself, so the new skin looks more natural with very less scarring and regains the normal skin function. The disadvantage of this technique is that it cannot be used for burns which go through the bone and muscles, that is below the dermis layer. This is just one of the many areas in which stem cells can be used for treating, repairing and replacing the tissue lost due to disease or damage. We still need a lot of research before these treatments are made available for everyone. And by this small demonstration, we hope to inspire young and talented students like you to join this field and contribute to the society's well-being. Thank you for watching.